All right, stop. Whatever you're doing, just stop. Yes, even that 12-tab YouTube rabbit hole you were 2 clicks deep into. Because if you're tired of hearing the same recycled promises, make $500 a day using this one weird ChatGPT trick, or turn AI art into gold. You're not alone. It's like everyone's playing with the same flashy AI toys while ignoring the actual treasure chest sitting behind them. Here's the truth. While most people are messing around with astronaut cat portraits and AI poem generators, there's a quiet shift happening, a real one. One that isn't about going viral or scoring dopamine likes. It's about tools, real software tools, solving painful, expensive, and deeply annoying business problems. And when you solve expensive problems, people pay you well. Like monthly recurring revenue kind of well. The biggest misunderstanding about AI right now, people are treating it like a party trick, a faster search engine, a way to get your essay done before midnight. But if you zoom out for just a second, you'll see something completely different. A once-in-a-generation opportunity to flip the game from user to seller. Because the people making real money, they aren't just playing with AI, they're packaging it, productizing it, and turning it into software that companies can't live without. That's the opportunity. Building highly focused, highly useful, AI-powered SaaS products that tackle one specific pain in one specific niche. While the internet's busy trying to sell AI prompt guides and $12 digital templates, there's this entire layer of people quietly crafting tools that automate entire workflows and eliminate entire job functions, tools that become invisible, indispensable engines behind real businesses. The best part, you don't need to build the next giant platform. You're not trying to unseat Salesforce or launch some all-in-one dashboard for Fortune 5s. The smart move is smaller, narrower. You go niche. You zoom in on a single type of business, real estate agents, boutique gyms, local contractors, and you build one thing they need, powered by AI, that saves them money or makes them more of it. This is where real money gets made, not with templates, not with novelty, but by solving real problems with real software. So that's what we're doing today. I'm pulling back the curtain and sharing 7 AI SaaS ideas that aren't just theoretically cool. They have real-world use cases and real profit potential in 2025. These are concepts that could become the foundation of a fully automated, high-margin business you actually own. And the first one? It's boring, brilliant, and weirdly untapped. Let's get into it. So picture this, you're running a small construction company, or maybe you've got a boutique financial advisory firm, or you're a craft beer wizard trying to grow your brewery without accidentally breaking 5 new laws. What do all these businesses have in common? Compliance nightmares, paperwork, obscure regulations, industry updates no one understands until it's too late, and somehow the business owner is expected to know all of it. They can't afford a full-time compliance officer, so they just wing it. And let's be real, winging it with legal stuff is a great way to end up broke. The average cost of non-compliance is nearly 3 times the cost of doing it right. But most of these business owners are already wearing 5 hats: CEO, marketing director, customer support, janitor, emotional support human. They don't have time to track which safety code changed last Tuesday. That's where you come in. Imagine offering them something they've never had before. An AI-powered compliance co-pilot that speaks fluent human, keeps track of every legal update in their state, and actually helps them sleep at night. It's built just for them, not for lawyers in suits with $600 per hour retainers. Think of it like a watchdog that actually explains what it's barking at. Say a new environmental regulation just passed in their county. Instead of wading through legalese, the AI sends them a friendly alert. Hey, here's what changed, and here's exactly what you need to do about it by Friday. Or they upload a new contract and ask, is this cool under the new rules? The AI scans it, flags anything sketchy, and explains it in plain English. No panic, no guesswork, just clarity. You're not just handing over software, you're selling relief. You're selling that rare feeling of finally being on top of things. And if you're thinking, okay, but that sounds hard to build, it's really not as bad as it sounds. The magic happens in the data. You don't need to create your own ChatGPT from scratch. You just need to train existing models on a focused library of state regulations, industry codes, and historical legal documents specific to one field. Bubble or Softer can handle your front end. Zapier or Make can glue the parts together. Start with one industry, one state. Get that right, and you've got a template for dozens more. This idea isn't flashy. It's not going to trend on Reddit, but it will make money because boring problems make bank. Now, if that felt too buttoned up for you, let's loosen the tie a bit. Think local coffee shop, think Main Street. Because our next AI idea takes on the unsung hero of business. The confused small business owner who has too much data and no idea what to do with it. Well, let's look at a group that's often overlooked in the data conversation. Small local businesses. Think coffee shops, gyms, boutiques, places that generate useful data every day but don't have the tools or time to make sense of it. They're not dealing with massive databases or enterprise software. They've got transaction data from Square, maybe a few social media comments, some customer reviews on Google, and the occasional spike in foot traffic they can't quite explain. On their own, these numbers don't tell them much, they're disconnected, and because of that, most owners just make decisions by gut instinct, guessing what worked, hoping it wasn't just a fluke. That's where the opportunity is. You build a SaaS that acts like a lightweight AI-powered analyst, something simple. The platform connects to the tools they already use, point of sale systems, weather data, local trends, maybe even Instagram or TikTok, and starts looking for patterns. But here's the key, it doesn't overwhelm them with charts or dashboards. Instead, it distills everything down into a few clear insights each week. Not just numbers, but what those numbers mean and exactly what action they should take. For example, your iced coffee sales jumped 35% on sunny days over 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Run a cold drink promo every warm Friday. Your last 3 Instagram posts with customer photos got double the engagement. Try reposting another one this week. Traffic on Wednesdays is down since the roadwork started. Consider a limited time midday deal. No jargon, no complexity, just actionable ideas delivered through email or a simple app. To build it, you'd use no-code tools to connect platforms like Square, Google Business, and social media. Feed the data into an LLM trained on small business use cases and generate bite-sized insights. Keep the UX minimal, maybe a mobile app or even just weekly email summaries. The value is in clarity, not complexity. And for business owners, insights like these can mean real revenue growth. You're offering a smarter way to make everyday decisions, something that feels custom tailored without the cost of hiring an analyst. This isn't big data, it's useful data, packaged up in a way that fits into the rhythm of running a small business. Up next, we shift gears from data to something just as valuable, time. Because when it comes to admin work, automation is no longer a luxury. It's a competitive advantage. Corporate training. It's one of those things every company says they care about, but most employees secretly dread. You've got billion-dollar budgets flowing into platforms and courses that promise to upskill teams, boost performance, and make everyone an unstoppable professional force. In reality, you've got bored employees clicking through 8-hour video marathons just to check a box and move on. The real issue is that traditional training platforms treat everyone exactly the same. Whether someone's brand new, a decade into their role, or struggling to hit their numbers, they all get handed the same generic modules. It's no wonder nobody's paying attention. The result, no improvement, no ROI, and a whole lot of wasted time and money. Now imagine this instead, a smart, adaptive learning system that actually gets to know the person using it. a tool that creates a custom learning path based on their unique strengths and weaknesses automatically. That's where the opportunity lies. You'd build what we'll call the AI Learning Co-Pilot. The experience starts with a quick conversational assessment. Think of it like a coaching session powered by AI. It asks questions, offers short scenarios, and evaluates the responses to build a full profile of where someone shines and where they need support. Then the platform pulls from a curated content library, short videos, quick reads, fast quizzes, and assembles a personalized roadmap. No more starting from square one if someone's already got the basics down. And if they struggle with a topic, the system pivots. Maybe they didn't get it from the article, so it serves up a video next. Over time, the AI learns how they learn, adjusting the experience to match their pace and style. The result, faster upskilling, higher retention, and real business impact. It's training that finally works and employees won't dread. Now, in terms of building this, you'd tie everything together with a language model that runs the assessments and generates smart adaptive quizzes. You map each piece of content to a specific skill. As the AI evaluates an employee's performance, it automatically picks the next best lesson. The platform can pull from a mix of your client's own training materials and pre-approved third-party content. It's fully modular and built for scale. This is something you'd sell directly to mid-sized and enterprise companies, especially the ones already frustrated by their current LMS. If you can show them how much time and money they're wasting today and how your system creates actual, measurable improvements, the pitch sells itself. And speaking of broken systems, let's move into an area that's become a daily headache for remote teams: communication overload. Because the more tools we add, the less clarity we seem to have. So here we are, drowning in messages, pings, @mentions, and the occasional random meme in the middle of an important thread. Remote work may have gone mainstream, but our communication tools are still acting like everyone's in the same office, on the same schedule, with the same level of caffeine. Spoiler, they're not. When your team spans cities, countries, or continents, quick chats turn into 3 a.m. notifications, and critical updates get buried faster than last quarter's to-do list. People miss stuff. Projects stall. And just to catch up, you schedule, another meeting. It's chaos dressed up as productivity. That's the problem. Now here's the fix. You build a platform, let's call it Sasina Chat, that isn't just another chat tool. It's an AI-powered assistant that actually tames communication. Sasina Chat plugs into Slack, Teams, maybe even Asana and Notion, and starts filtering out the noise so teams can focus on the work that matters. First, you've got smart summaries. Instead of wading through 145 messages from 3 different threads, your team gets a daily digest, key decisions, unanswered questions, tasks needing attention. It's like having a personal chief of staff scanning everything and handing you the highlights. Next, Sasina Chat connects the dots. If someone talks about the Q3 launch in Slack and 2 others are chatting about it in Teams, Sasina Chat merges those into one thread so the context isn't scattered like confetti across 10 channels. Need to find that brilliant comment from last week? Sasina Chat makes every message, clip, voice note, and doc fully searchable, even if it happened in a Zoom call or was buried in a 5-minute voice memo. The AI understands the meaning, not just the keywords, so it pulls exactly what you're looking for. And for all of us sending messages across time zones without realizing it, Sasina Chat gives a gentle nudge. Hey, James is offline right now. Want me to schedule this for 9 a.m. his time? Just like that. Asynchronous work stops being an obstacle and starts being an advantage. Building this isn't as wild as it sounds. You'd use open APIs to connect Sasina Chat with existing workplace tools, and then layer in smart summarization models, natural language understanding, and custom logic for time zone and delivery preferences. This is a high-utility SaaS that saves time, reduces meetings, and lets people focus. Something every remote team leader wants more of. And it's not just useful, it's necessary. With distributed teams becoming the default, Sasina Chat doesn't just feel nice, it becomes mission critical. Up next, we're heading into the trades, the last place you'd expect to find cutting-edge AI and maybe the most profitable opportunity of them all. So we've tackled remote work headaches. Now let's head to a place that's way less digital but packed with opportunity. The trades, plumbers, electricians, HVAC techs. These folks keep the world running, but when it comes to software, yeah, it's usually an afterthought. They're busy fixing real problems in the real world, but behind the scenes, their businesses are leaking time and money. Creating quotes, guesswork, managing schedules, mostly done with sticky notes and hope, inventory, maybe in a spreadsheet if they've had time to update it, and after a full day of climbing into crawl spaces or fixing rooftop units, they still have to sit down and write up invoices. That's where you come in with something like Sasina Trade AI, a mobile-first SaaS built specifically for a single skilled trade like plumbing. This isn't some clunky desktop tool. It's fast, focused, and lives in their pocket. Here's how it works. A plumber shows up to a job and takes a quick photo of the busted water heater. The AI instantly identifies the make and model, figures out the most common parts that fail, checks local supplier pricing, and pulls book standard repair times. It gives the plumber multiple quote options, repair versus replace, and lets them send a clean, professional estimate to the customer right on the spot. Then the app slides into scheduling. It looks at upcoming jobs, traffic data, and time estimates to recommend the most efficient slot. No more route planning by napkin math. When the job's done, it flips that quote into an invoice and lets the customer pay instantly, right from their phone. This is the kind of tool that turns a one-person business into a smooth, high-efficiency machine. And the payoff? Fewer mistakes, faster quotes, shorter admin hours, and more time actually doing the work that pays. To build this, you'd focus on one trade first and go deep. Train a vision model on images of tools, fixtures, and common problems. Integrate with supplier catalogs for real-time pricing. Layer in standard quoting templates and scheduling logic. Most of it can be built using no-code or low-code platforms. With AI handling the pattern recognition and task automation, it's a product with a clear ROI. Every hour saved, every quote done right, every mile not wasted. That's money back in their pocket. And once you've nailed it for plumbers, you expand to electricians, roofers, mechanics, one trade at a time. Next, we're heading back into the digital realm, where AI steps in to rescue one of the most boring, frustrating parts of modern business. Stay with me. This is where things get weirdly profitable. Let's talk feedback, not the polite kind your friend gives you about your haircut. We're talking thousands of reviews, survey answers, support tickets, and social comments piling up inside a business like digital confetti. It's everywhere. And while companies are desperate to understand their customers, most of them are just quietly drowning in all that data. Imagine running an e-commerce brand and trying to keep up with product reviews on your site, Instagram comments, survey responses, Facebook messages, and detailed rants buried deep in your support inbox. Somewhere in that mess, there's a golden insight. Maybe your new product is confusing people, or there's a small tweak everyone's begging for. Maybe your competitor is getting praise for their return policy, while yours is giving people nightmares. The problem? No one has time to sort through it all. Teams are stretched, priorities pile up, so that incredibly valuable feedback, it just sits there untouched, like unopened treasure. Instead, you build a tool that plugs into every feedback source a business uses and actually reads it all. Not in a shallow, keyword matching kind of way, but with real language understanding. It figures out whether comments are positive or negative, identifies what they're about, and then pulls out the stuff that actually matters. That's what the feedback intelligence engine does. It pulls reviews from Trustpilot, support logs from Zendesk, social chatter, survey responses, you name it, and distills it into a clear, readable dashboard. Now, instead of digging through a mountain of random complaints and praise, the product team sees the most requested features this week. Any sudden spike in problems people are talking about, shout outs to competitors and what they're getting right, high impact testimonials, perfect for marketing. It's like going from a messy group chat to an executive summary. No more guessing what customers are thinking, no more missed opportunities to fix real pain points or double down on what's working. This doesn't even require building your own language model. You can use existing AI tools to do the heavy lifting. The real magic is in creating clean integrations, building a smart tagging system, and designing a dashboard that shows the right data at the right time. Think plug and play for the voice of the customer. And speaking of customers, what happens when they leave? That brings us to the next idea, one that could save companies serious money with zero fluff. Every subscription business knows this. Keeping a customer is way cheaper than finding a new one, but most of them don't notice when someone's quietly slipping away until they've already canceled. At that point, the "we miss you" email is basically a digital Hail Mary. Enter the predictive churn engine. This is your AI-powered early warning system. It doesn't wait for customers to say they're done. It spots the signs before they hit that cancel button. You connect the tool to billing platforms, CRMS, and usage logs. The AI watches for all the little signals that might mean trouble. Someone logging in less, not using key features, submitting a support ticket, or having a payment bounce. Then it assigns a churn risk score to each customer, updating constantly. Now, instead of reacting, the customer success team gets a heads up. Here are your highest risk accounts this week. Start with these. Even better, the system can trigger automated actions. If someone hasn't logged in for 2 weeks, it sends a personalized email highlighting a feature they haven't tried yet. If a big customer's usage dips, it alerts their account manager to check in with a training offer. If someone's super active and clearly loving the product, it suggests an upsell. You're turning churn into something you can actually manage, and that makes this an incredibly easy pitch to any SaaS or subscription business. Now, is it more complex on the back end? Sure. It takes solid data integration and a custom churn model trained on the company's own metrics. But the return? Huge. Even cutting churn by 1% can mean thousands or millions of dollars saved. And if your platform becomes the reason for that, you've got a winner on your hands. So there you have it, 7 AI SaaS concepts that skip the hype and hit real business needs. These aren't just cool tech experiments, they're practical, profit-generating tools built to solve boring but costly problems. And that's exactly where the opportunity lives. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next, and then drop a comment. Which of these ideas would you build? I'm curious to see what's catching your eye. Here's the big takeaway. This AI wave, it's not just about being a power user. The biggest wins are going to people building real products with it. Not for the masses, but for the few who have a specific pain, a clear budget, and a reason to say yes fast. You don't need to build the next unicorn. You need to build the tool that fixes one problem really well. That's where the money is. And the best part? Most people are too busy chasing trends to notice. The smart play? Forget the shiny objects. Find that boring pain point. Build the tool that solves it. Sell it to the people who can't wait to stop dealing with it. That's where the real fortunes are hiding. The quiet gold rush is already on. The only question is, will you be selling the picks and shovels or still watching from the sidelines? Go build something that matters.